Good morning. I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And I'm Elias the face of Fox, and I'm in for Nikki Stanzione today.
And this is New Mexico style. Nikki off on a jet plane.
Yep, she headed east. That's right.
To see her family for Father's Day, which is coming up. And on our show this morning, we're going to have lots of really good ideas for your dad. So if you haven't figured it out yet, you're definitely going to want to stick around.
Yeah, we've got some good ones, I think.
And we're going to be talking about the weather too. And I wanted to talk about this story off the top. It was a cool experience for me yesterday. I got to go storm chasing.
What'd you do?
I went storm chasing. I've always wanted to do that. I've always just tracked the storms on the radar. But yesterday, I saw the conditions kind of setting up. We were talking about the severe weather that would likely happen out east. And I was like, I just want to go out there. And so myself and a photographer from here, we went out to go storm chase. And we hit the jackpot, kind of. Yeah, we found a supercell storm right in the beginning stages here. We followed it just toward Santa Rosa. There is where it started getting going. And this is a picture of it. This storm here, we don't really see that many supercell storms.
What altitude generally is that cloud at?
Oh gosh, that'll go all the way up. Those will build all the way up to where the airplanes fly.
Wow, that's amazing. What a great shot.
So yeah, that's the storm, a rotating storm. We don't usually see a lot of those in eastern New Mexico. This storm kept heading to the east, ended up producing softball-sized hail that broke through the skylights of some homes that it passed over. Thankfully, it passed over mostly rural areas, and then eventually last night, it produced a tornado, according to emergency management down near Dora, New Mexico.
What level tornado?
We don't know yet. They'll have to send them. The National Weather Service will send people out to survey the damage. We were, of course, behind the storm, but it was so cool to see. You know, a lot of times it's hit or miss when you go storm chasing, and we got that one. That was like the big storm, and nobody was injured. So, the good news for on that front. Bad news, of course, when it comes to the weather with the fires. We just can't get the rain in the right spots, and our thoughts and prayers are with the village of Ruidoso this morning, where firefighters are making progress against the Little Bear fire, but the damage assessment of the burned homes and outbuildings is rising. At least 224 homes have been destroyed so far on more than 36,000 acres of land.
And yesterday, firefighters went at the Little Bear fire from the air, the ground, and they say they're getting a handle on it. However, that is a little consolation for the hundreds of people who've lost their homes out there. It's a dire situation, and our weather is not cooperating with us.
No, we've had a little more moisture that's helped them kind of get a little better contained, but it's just, it got so big so quickly because of how dry it is. We spoke to an East Mountain homeowner who is taking precautions to protect our property, and we're going to have that story coming up in our second half hour.
Yes, we will. In the meantime, let's check in with our KRQE News 13 anchor, Elizabeth Alvarez, for more on the Little Bear fire. How are you doing, Elizabeth?
Good morning.
Hey, pretty good, guys. Thank you. Good morning to you, and good morning to you at home. We begin this morning talking about, more on this Little Bear fire. Governor Susana Martinez declared a state of emergency for Lincoln County as the Little Bear fire continues to rage out of control. It's destroyed, as Elias and Kristen mentioned, more than 200 homes that we know of so far. Fire crews flew over the blaze around 2 o'clock this morning to find out if the fire has grown inside. We're still waiting for more info on that, but what we can tell you is that firefighters have a solid containment line 6 miles northwest of the middle of Ruidoso. Now, yesterday, this DC-10 air tanker dropped 12,000 gallons of flame retardant. Fire management crews say a lot of the progress is being made by crews on the ground as well. Nearly 1,200 firefighters have been handling that end of the blaze.
Just recently, we just got an updated map that shows those lines as contained. So the threats to Ruidoso have been incredibly diminished today, and that's all due to the hard work and effort of the firefighters out there on the grounds.
Boy, that's for sure. The fire right now is about 35% containment. That is some progress. Yesterday it was at 30%. We can tell you that 36,000 acres have charred. Residents living in the area of Ruidoso, concerned about smoke and air quality conditions, can call a hotline. See if we have that. There's a hotline right there. It's 1-877-304-4161 for more information anytime, 24/7. That number is available. And you know what? It is not just firefighters that will be attacking this monster today. There are also some prison inmates who are helping out as well. 24 low-risk inmates are building fire lines and working to help protect some homes. This is a shot of them there. The Corrections Department says the inmates get firefighting training. The job gives them you know, a sense of pride and purpose as they do the work that they're doing, trained obviously by some firefighters and personnel there. And while all the firefighters are slowly getting a handle on the Little Bear Fire, people who have been forced out of their homes are wondering if they will have a home to go back to. Today, many of them will be finding that out.
It's almost like telling the next of kin that the loved one has passed away. Very emotional. Extremely hard. It's going to be a tough assignment.
This family already knows its home was spared by the flames. They actually saw Sky Ranger video of their home on Monday in a neighborhood in the middle of the fire zone.
It was a place that we came as a family to be together, and the rest of the neighborhood is gone except for 2 of the houses, and it's life-altering. Things will never be the same there again.
So some people are set to be allowed back to their homes today. Others will have to wait at least a few more days. And this morning and the rest of the week, you have a chance to help firefighters and people who have been forced to evacuate. There is a need for blankets, clothing, pillows, non-perishable foods, children's book, board games, you name it. You can drop everything off at the American General Media Building. That's over on Carlisle, just south of Montgomery. Anytime, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. if you can help. We also have some more information on the donation drive going on our website. That's KRQE.com. It's on the homepage. In other news this morning, several accused child predators are busted after cops say they went on social media websites to meet underage girls for sex. Santa Fe police set up profiles on Facebook and MySpace and put ads out on sites like Craigslist last month, fishing for would-be offenders. And guess what? It worked. About a half a dozen men thinking they were meeting with underage girls for sex were arrested.
Within 2 hours of us posting it, we had to shut it down. We had to. It was just too much. We were getting inundated with the replies.
The profiles and ads set up by cops pretending to be girls were ranging from the ages 13 to 16. They were pretending to be those ages, 13 to 16. Now they say these sites attracted about 150 replies within the first 120 minutes. This morning, the FBI says a deadly Mexican drug cartel is laundering millions of dollars through a New Mexico horse racing track. Agents arrested Jose Trevino Morales at his ranch in Oklahoma yesterday. They say he is a player at the Ruidoso Downs racetrack, where he and his men apparently have been spending more than $2 million buying 20 horses. Agents are also looking for Trevino Morales' 2 younger brothers. That wraps it up for your Wednesday morning headlines. Be sure to catch Matt Morrow, Kristen Van Dyke, and me every weekday morning beginning at 4:30 a.m. on KRQE News 13. All right, guys, I'm going to send it back to you.
All right, thanks,
Thank you,
Elizabeth. All right, well, it's time now. We'll switch gears from the news for the Hollywood Buzz.
Yes, TMC correspondent Gary Trock joins us live from Los Angeles. Good morning, Gary.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. TMZ has reported that David Arquette has officially filed for divorce from his estranged wife, Courtney Cox, on their 13th wedding anniversary of all days. They've been separated for so long, a lot of us thought that maybe, a reconciliation was in the works. What does TMZ know?
Okay, yes, so he did officially file the documents yesterday. What's kind of interesting is he's had the documents for almost 3 months. He signed them back in March, and it looks like he was just basically holding on to them for a little bit. And he obviously cites irreconcilable differences. He's asking for joint physical custody of their 8-year-old daughter, Coco. So that's good. It seems like, David and Courtney kind of worked out a lot of this before he filed. This was, a very public breakup. They had the separation. And so now this is just the end of it. It's kind of interesting also that David is now filing this. We posted a video of him earlier in the week. He actually got bar mitzvahed in Israel earlier this week. He was out there. And so it's kind of interesting. He goes through kind of this adult bar mitzvah later in life in Israel. And then the very next day he files these documents. So he's kind of going through this whole, rebirthing process apparently.
Big changes in store for him.
That is quite the change.
It's sad to hear. I was kind of rooting for them to get back together.
Yeah, they were a cute couple, so you're always, you're always sad to hear that. And in other news, we've got some bad news for American Idol Philip Phillips. His family's Georgia pawn shop was burglarized last night while they were in California for Phillips' kidney surgery. Any leads on any of the suspects?
Well, this is a crazy story. So the guys have not been caught yet, but they basically stole a tractor with a big backhoe on it, and they broke into Philip Phillips' family pawn shop out in Georgia. They knocked a gigantic hole into the wall, and then they took off this big heavy steel door, and they were able to get inside. They took about $40,000 worth of merchandise, including some rare coins, jewelry, some guns, and even the cash register. So they definitely, had a good hit on the place. They got some flat screen TVs as well. But, the pawn shop was actually up for sale. So it's kind of interesting that, these guys choose to hit it right now. There probably wasn't as much inventory as there had been in the past in it. But the cops are definitely investigating. Everybody's safe. Nobody was hurt in the robbery or the burglary or anything like that. And, Philip Phillips has actually been in California resting from that kidney surgery he had. So him and his family were nowhere near it.
Well, that's good news there. But I have to say, only in the South, I'm from South Carolina, talk about a hoe and a tractor really to bust into a pawn shop.
Yeah, that's not exactly a stealth operation.
It's pretty crazy.
No, I know.
All right. Well, and former mobster Henry Hill, whose life story became the basis for the movie Goodfellas, he's died at the age of 69. Was his death of natural causes, or did an old adversary catch up with him in a dark alley?
Yeah, people would like to think that he got that final hit put on him, but no. He actually, later in life, he kind of reformed from the mob life. He was the basis for the movie Goodfellas. Ray Liotta played his character, and Henry was a good guy. We did some stories on him here at TMZ, and it's just kind of sad that he's gone. Apparently, he was sick for a while. We talked to his longtime girlfriend, who told us he was battling many illnesses, and his heart just gave out yesterday. So it was good to know, though, he was able to repair a lot of relationships with his family members, mainly his children, before he passed away. So it looked like he was able to kind of, clear those problems away that faced him early in life.
Oh, that's good. That's always good to hear that you kind of smooth things over.
Right. You kind of want that sort of journey over your lifetime. Exactly.
Well,
definitely.
Those are the three top stories we have. Gary, anything else that we should know about Hollywood buzz-wise?
Those are the biggest ones. The other story we just put up is that there was a picture that was tweeted from supposedly Kanye West's Twitter last night that people thought it was a naked photo of Kim Kardashian. It turns out it wasn't. It was just a big hoax that was played. People thought it was from Kanye, but it was actually a porn star that apparently looks like Kim. So pretty crazy. You should check it out. It's a pretty good story.
Well, that's good, because nobody wants to see Kim Kardashian naked, right?
Right.
No, we've seen it enough.
I'm sure there's a lot of people disappointed.
Maybe one or two. Maybe one or two.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Gary.
And you can always catch TMZ weeknights at 5:30 right here on 2 Casa Fox.
That's right, so don't miss it tonight. More Hollywood buzz. All right, Albuquerque's very own celebrity, Orbit, the mascot for the Albuquerque Isotopes, is in the running to become the minor league baseball's top mascot.
That's right. Orbit is now in the Final Four of the MILB.com Mascot Mania Competition, which started in May with 64 mascots. Look at him.
Look at him. How can you not vote for him? He's got to win this thing. Okay. So, again, now Orbit, he's in the Final Four, and he could move on if our New Mexico-style viewers vote for him. So make sure you do that. You can go to our sister station's website, go to KRQE.com, click on the news links, and we can find out Monday who the best mascot is. There is nobody like Orbit.
No, there isn't. I love Orbit. He's a memorable mascot, to say the least.
I got to go dancing with him on the field, right the night of the morning of their first game. It was pretty cool.
You got to dance with Orbit?
Well,
wow.
I kind of did. I like him dance.
I've high-fived him a bunch. That's about as well. I guess he'd rather dance with you.
He's a good dancer.
But do you remember that Durango high school girl who created a stir after her yearbook pictures were yanked from the school's yearbook?
Oh, yeah, a lot of people.
Well, apparently she's making a movie.
Right. A lot of people remember her, I think. Yeah, a movie. Durango High School refused to put Sydney Spias' senior picture in the yearbook, saying that they were too sexy. And then in April, Spias says she was making a movie for Sci-Fi, the Sci-Fi Channel, and we just found out that she was telling this truth. She's right. She's going to shoot a horror flick this summer, and you can catch it or watch it on Halloween.
Yes, she'll play a sorority girl, but she can't say whether her character makes it out alive.
Oh, I mean, sorority girl, do you see it?
Yeah, I can buy her as a sorority girl, sure.
I think she looks just like one. I mean, you know, but sorority girls in horror movies, they usually, what do you think?
Well, they usually end up running, and then they're usually...
They don't make it, though.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I'll be right back.
We'll see.
And then they never come back.
That'll be interesting to see.
Our New Mexico style viewers, I'm sure you guys remember, nearly a month ago, we were chasing the fox through central New Mexico, and one of the 5 cities I visited was Moriarty, which is world-renowned for soaring. This week, sailplane pilots from around the country will converge on the Moriarty Municipal Airport to compete in a super-regional sailplane race.
Yeah, each day pilots will be expected to complete a 200 to 300-mile course, climbing to altitudes to nearly 18,000 feet, as high as those thunderstorms
Yes.
build up, and hitting speeds in excess of 120 miles per hour. Not bad for an airplane without an engine.
Yes.
Cool.
The dynamics of a glider, they're actually really sexy airplanes, I think. The Moriarty Municipal Airport is one of the most accessible airfields in the state. Spectators are welcome to watch the mass launch each day. Gliders will begin lining up at the launch point beginning at 11 in the morning. Visit abqsoaring.org for all the details.
Oh, that'll be really fun to see. And don't forget, today is the last day to register to win a staycation at Hotel Andaluz in Nob Hill Bar and Grill.
Yes, viewers can win a Centennial Summerfest staycation courtesy of CASA, KRQE, and Gallus Chevrolet. Register to win at Gallus Chevrolet, Lomas, and University. Yeah. Staycation, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, I
need a staycation.
New Mexico is the best place for a staycation.
Yes.
I need one of those.
And that Moriarty Airport, it really is one of the most accessible airfields in New Mexico. You can just drive right up to the tarmac. You can kind of almost even taxi your vehicle and watch all the action.
Wow.
And the
That sounds
Hotel
really neat.
Andaluz, I love.
Oh, yeah. Ooh,
I know you like it, yeah.